Welcome to Journaling Gem Life, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today we are doing a flip through of my brand new planner system. And just by using something so simple and a lot cheaper than what I've been doing, like flipping through all kinds of different planners, this is a game changer for me, at least now for the moment. So I really hope you're going to enjoy this video. So let's just get started. So first of all, like I shared with you, I got the compact planner A5 Slim. I started the year out with that. Then immediately as I started going through it and using it, I found that I had way too much space. So I actually got the weekly notebook from Paper Test Design. And I do love that planner, but I've sort of been in the space where I do want kind of a hybrid planner. I want both, but at the same time, I'm not sure about the vertical, if I want it or not. So I thought, okay, I need to rethink everything. And first of all, the N1, the TN size, that is my size. So I wanted to get a TN, but I thought, do I want the horizontal or the vertical? If I'm going to do a hybrid planner, I'm going to need an undated one. But again, that's only going to last me 6 months. So I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to do that. And I couldn't really decide anyway. Do I want to get the horizontal or do I want to get the vertical? So I decided, why not make it easy? So I just ordered the TN notebook from the Rosy Life Planner. And here it is. So I finally got back into my Moterm cover. I just pulled out some beautiful things to decorate. This is actually a vellum from Graceful Muse Papery. I had it for a year and just been waiting to use it. I knew exactly when I was going to use it, and I had been waiting a year because I got this in, I think it was March or April of last year, and I knew the snow was gone by then. So I knew that, okay, next February, that will be my planner cover. And we're finally here. It's been a long wait. It's been screaming at me from the drawer. So yeah, finally I could pull this out. And then I haven't fully set it up yet, but I kind of wanted to make sure that this turns into a planner that I can do as I go. So I have back here, I do have the monthly booklet from Sterling Ink. So this is my on-the-go planner. This is all I need. Everything I need for like planning ahead in time, because I do plan ahead for a lot of things. So I definitely need this. But having this means that I don't have to necessarily make all of the monthlies right away. I can make this planner as I go. So I just pulled out a few things that I thought looked pretty. I'm going to put in some more vellums. I did leave a few pages here and there to be able to decorate it. But then I set up the yearly overview. These stickers are from the Rosy Life Planner. And then I let myself have a couple of pages just in case I want to set up some goals and break down some goals. I don't think I will be, but I don't know. So it doesn't matter if I leave a couple of pages. Then I did this, and my idea was actually from Paper Test Design, but now that I look at it, I see that it's pretty much the same as Sterling Ink as well, the common planner. So you have 3, she has 4, but I don't need the top one. So I just made 3, and I left January open. I'm not going to backfill this because that way I can actually use it next January. So yeah, And then I pulled out some stuff that I wanted to decorate February with. And here I have actually written down my, not my projects, these are my yearly to-dos. So like once a year, I will purge out all the Christmas decorations. I will go through expired medication. I will purge like this so and so cupboard. So I'm dividing this up. So I have a long list, and I only need to do a few things each month to get through it through a year, because I only do those things once a year. So I did set this up for the whole year. Again, this is from the Rosy Life Planner, and then I started setting it up. So I'm gonna put some vellum. Sorry, I'm gonna put some vellum down here, and then of course I am using my chapters. This one I did not feel like I wanted to use these types of chapters that we got, because it is silver, not gold, and there's no pink like this in this theme. So I went with the brown one. This one actually came with a coffee theme. It's still in our shop. Now, I am not affiliated with any sticker shop at all, but I do have a code for you over at the Rosy Life Planner that will get you 10% off all regular purchases. So you can use the code Elin10 to get 10% off all regular items. It doesn't apply for the subscription kits, theme boxes, or planners and notebooks, but whatever is left over from the subs and from the theme boxes, she puts them up for regular prices, and then you can use my code for it. So, and I do not gain anything. I pay exactly the same thing that you do. I am just merely supporting you guys and also Linda over at the Rosy Life Planner, because her stuff is just, she does amazing stuff. Now, these stickers are from Harriet Wright Designs. So I do have a few kits left over, and I thought, oh, this is perfect. It's winterly. I had actually pulled out some Temu stuff. So I had actually pulled out this one that I was going to use. And I do love this, and I did use that in my weekly notebook. But when I came across this, I'm like, oh, that's going to be so stunning. So I had a total change of heart, but that's okay. And I left me a little space here so that I can do my oracle card reading. I should have done that by now, but since I just got the book, I haven't gotten around to it. So, and then I set up my monthly, and I decided I'm not going to set up all the months. Like in a regular planner, for the most planners, now you get all of the months like bunched up together, and then you have all the weeks, and then you have all of the journaling pages in the back. This one is different. I wanted to change it up to get a total new feeling for this planner. So I did set up this month. Now I'm not sure if I really need to set up my appointments here, because after all, I have this. This is what I actually use moving around. So I might just do more like creative stuff. Like one thing is making YouTube videos or being on social media. Another thing can actually be just like things that I want to get done, projects. I have a big project coming up this summer, and I'm going to take you guys along for the ride, because I am completely remodeling my art studio. I used to have, I call it a studio for anything. It started out being a nail studio, because I had my own nail salon, and since it has its own entrance, I didn't have to bring clients through my private home. It had a separate entrance, so it was just perfect for that. So I used that for about 10 years. And then I started with some crystals and healing work and energy work. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. And so I started a business doing that. So I took clients on for that, and I did that for a few years until Corona hits. Then I'd never opened up again after that. And it's just been sitting there, and we had a terrible storm So we did get a little bit of water coming into that corner, like one of the corners in that room. And so now I have to rip out the flooring, paint, give it a thorough cleaning. So I'm going to remodel that whole room. I'm going to take a picture when I start. I'm not going to do it until spring, because I need space to move around. And now we have snow everywhere. So yeah, it's going to be spring and summer projects. But I'm gonna take you along with me. I'm gonna film everything so you can see how it looks now, because now it looks really, really bad. It's cluttered. It's like I pulled stuff out and I put stuff in, and it's just a mess. And yeah, and I'm gonna take you along for that remodeling, and I'm gonna make that into a beautiful, beautiful craft room for all my stuff, so I can do my filming there and everything. So yeah. So anyway, so this is the month of February, and then I went into the weekly, and this is kind of inspired by several things. So first of all, I got this idea first from Paper Test Design, from the yearly notebook, I think, or dated, yeah, something. And now I do see that it's actually also in the Faded Chronicle TN. She has this layout too, with the boxes on top. So here I put down my weather forecast for the week and also my meals. Now I haven't planned any meals this week, so I need to do that. But I kind of need my husband to help me out a bit, because whenever I suggest something, he's like, nah, I don't feel like doing that. And when he suggests something, I'm like, really? Do we want to have that? So we need to work together to put out a proper meal list for the week. And then I have my appointments and just my regular stuff like I always had down the side here. And then I have my to-do list, and then I put down work, but it can basically be anything. I decided this week I wanted to focus on my YouTube video, so we're doing this right now, a flip. And I'm also going to try and do the setup for next week, because this is this week. So we'll see what happens. And then I have my trackers up here, and this is inspired by the Faded Chronicle, because it has the tracker like this, and then it has 4 boxes. Now I need 2, but mine needs to be a little bit bigger for my sleep. So I just made 2 boxes, and then I have space for decorating. Now I could have decorated here as well, so you live and learn. Then came like the mind-boggling thing. Do I want to make an extra week, like a vertical, or not? Because I cannot decide. I know that making that in the TN size, the columns feel just a little bit too tiny, but at the same time, I do miss having it. So I cannot make up my mind. And I found, if you're going to do this, make sure that you don't have 26 squares. Like this planner has 26. I don't know if that is, this one is from Paper Test Design. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this has 24. And I think this is the normal thing to have, because you can actually divide it into 4 columns. This one from the Rose Life has 26. You can't do anything with 26. You can see that here. I have 2 squares left over here, and I have 1 square extra over here. I think it should be 2 because it's equal. But anyway, so I decided I'm going to test out the Faded Chronicle version first. And this is why it's such a beautiful thing. Just take a notebook, and you don't have to buy like the more expensive one. Just find a random notebook and just set up your own planner. Make it as you go. You don't have to set up a whole year. Make the whole planner before you can start using it. As long as you have whatever you need on the go, like I have with this one, I am free to do whatever I want. I can skip 3 months and not use it, and then come back and keep using it. It doesn't matter. So this really simplified a lot of things for me. So I decided I'm just gonna try for this first week to do the Faded Chronicle version. So I just put up 6 pages for journaling, because that's what the TN Chronicle Faded Chronicle has. And I started out today. And so I set up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it will fit all I need, because this is sort of where I plan ahead. This is where I sit ahead of time and plan out my week. So these are all the things that are on my to-do list. I don't know how many things I'm going to get done, but these are the things that I would like to get done. And just to have an overview, when do I have appointments? What kind of weather are we expecting? And then I can go in here and fill in, of course, my tracker and my sleep. And then if anything comes up like, oh, I have to do that next week, I can't do it this week, it's too soon, then I can put it down here. So yeah. And then I will have here, I will do as I did before, write down how I'm feeling, one thing that I'm grateful for, and then rapid logging. And then I have space around here to journal a little bit every day. Now, if I do the vertical, so let me just show you, because I have prepared for the next week. So these are, I know I'll have my boxes up here, I'll have my regular, I have my to-do list, I have my tracker, I have my sleep, and I will have this space for next week. And so I will have decorations here, 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 and on top. Done. It's super simple. I know exactly where to put things, and I love that idea. It makes it so much easier than to reinventing the wheel every single week. Now, if I love having it like this, I'm going to keep doing it for as long as I love it. If I'm not sure, then I might try setting this up as a vertical. So I will have the horizontal layout. I will have my vertical. And what I will be using the vertical for is actually this part right here. You see, I write this in a column. And so that would be perfect to write in a vertical. That way I can make that beautiful spread, vertical spread, and with the decoration, because I really miss that. I love how my Hobonichi and basically all of my vertical planners used to look, how I divided things in. So that is an option. And then instead of having like 1 page per day, I will divide this into what I showed you in a previous video. I will divide it into 3. I will have decorations here and here, and I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a note. Squares, just for a little bit of journaling for every single day. That's the option. That's the other way of going. So for right now, I am testing out the Faded Chronicle version to see if I like that. But I do have the option. And so that is why I love just taking a notebook and just making it my own. And I can change it and I can mix it, and I don't have to use any whiteouts, take away any like lines, having it feel like so. It's blank. It's totally blank. I can do whatever I want and just set it up however I want. And as long as I do just 1 week at a time, it's not that big of a hustle. So the only thing I've done right now is to set this up, because you don't need to see me do all these like measurements, but I just use this as a guideline, and that's it. And as you see, I have not set up the vertical. So if I do that, we'll do that together in the next video. So that was my notebook planner. And then I just have these pockets. I have a sticker book. I have my little helper with my passwords and my tombos and everything. And then another sticker book. And that's it. That's all I do. One notebook for everything. Now, I do have one more book that I'm using currently, this one. And that's just because I don't want to mess this up. I know, looking back, turning the pages in this, I'm going to love it. So I'm going to be like, oh, why didn't I just do it in my planner? But I really don't want to mess it up. It's brand new and everything. You know that feeling. You know it. So let me just have a sip of drink. So, yeah, what I've done is, since I'm doing this makeover project, I have so many ideas. And I'm like, I could just put them in my planner, because that's what makes it charming, right? That whatever comes to mind, you put it down. And the good thing by doing it like this is that I do have the space for it. Like, even if I've set this up, I could just make even more pages here for some ideas or recipes or whatever comes to mind, and then go about the next week after that. And you will have just this chronological event in your, like, this is what happened in my life. So maybe I should have used this, but I didn't want to mess with it. Not at the moment. So I just pulled out, I had this thing from last year, the grid edition notebook from Paper Test Design. And I started out, I was going to use this as, I don't know, some sort of journaling thing for my health, I think. So I did set this up. I know I showed it to you guys. It says, hello, July. That's when I started. Sorry. That's when I started it. And then I set up just like, okay, so this is where I'm at so far, health-wise. Like a check-in for my sleep, my dizziness, my energy, work, mental, what needs to change. And okay, now I'm ready. Let's move forward. And that's all I did. I stopped at that. So I just pulled this back out, and I thought this will be a perfect place to really write down anything and all my thoughts, because I have a million ideas and a million thoughts. Oh, I need to think about this. I need to think about that. What do I need space for? So I put down here are some storage ideas. What do I have? What do I need storage for? So, okay, I have like leftover papers and cardboard for my junk journaling in one big box, and that's okay. I'm going to keep it like that. Just toss everything in there. But then you have the finer paper. So you have like 30-30, you have 15-15, you have 8x8, you have, and I'm talking centimeters now, not inches. And then you have these small books and boxes, and you have envelopes. You have like these miniature things. And so I need to figure out, how do I store this properly? Now, I am looking to you guys for some ideas. If you are watching this and you are doing crafting in general, not just junk journaling, but anything, and you have a system like this particular thing is working perfectly for me. This was a lifesaver for me, and it works every day. Like, for instance, I bought some shelves with some small spaces and some a little bit bigger that I can hang on my wall. And I have all of my beads in there and tools for my beads and the wires. And that works perfectly. I have no mess laying around because it has its own home. So if you have something like that in your craft room, please do share. Please leave a comment and let me know. And give me some tips and ideas, because I am really going to need it, because that room is just 2 meters by 2 meters square. And I have 2 entrances and I have a window. So it's really broken up. I'm going to show you, because I have made a tiny drawing of it. So whatever you can share, I would love to hear it. So yeah, and then I have like, okay, well, that's all my junk journaling things and sewing things. But then we have our planners, our stickers. And so I have a lot of thoughts and ideas on, okay, what do I need to make to make things fit together. And then I thought, okay, well, where do I start? Because this is mainly like for junk journaling. I was like, oh, I got to make all of these tags, all of these envelopes, all of this, and these tiny, tiny things. Like I need to stock up on that so that I can just pull out and use it whenever I make inserts. But then I thought, why would I do that? That's just going to make so much more to store. Why not start a project like this is where I'm going, and then start decorating the pages like I did. Let me show you. I started one book and I really am having second thoughts. So I did this. So I went along and I found all kinds of papers to put in, and I sewed it into a book. Just one tiny book, just to test it out. But then I started making things, and I see now that I can't really put it into my book, because since it's all together, this is going to make it really hard to actually decorate all of the following pages. So maybe I shouldn't have attached it yet, just pull it out, and then once I'm done putting everything in here that I want in here and decorated everything, then I can sew it together as one book. So I feel like no matter what I do, I start in the wrong end. So, but yeah, so I thought, instead of making all of these nibs and pieces and things, like making 10 of these pockets, why do that? I don't have 10 projects going. And so it's better to make it once I know exactly how I want it to look. And I won't use up any of my papers either. And it won't accumulate a lot of scrap paper either, because I'm not making anything other than what I'm actually using. So that's sort of where I'm at. But for my craft room, I still want to have everything like really organized. So this is how the room looks. So I'm gonna probably zoom in a bit so that you can see properly. But this is not two tables. This is one. This is this table right here. And it's not two chairs. There will be just one chair, I think. I do have room for two. And I kind of maybe would like to have two chairs if I still have it. And so I have an IKEA shelf here that goes almost all the way. So I put that on this wall, because here I don't have any windows, I don't have any doors. I have a window here and a door here and a door here. And so if I move this all the way down here, and then I have this rack here, I can put that here instead, to have all of my rolls of wallpaper, wrapping paper, and things like that that I will use to make my beautiful boxes. So like this one, but only like bigger boxes. These I can use my craft paper for. But when I want to make like these big boxes, I'm going to need something bigger, and I think I'm going to invest in some proper vintage wallpaper actually to put on that, because that's really thick and it's going to add a lot of strength to the box as well. And here I have shelves, and these goes basically from floor to the ceiling almost. So I'm going to have a lot of space here to put all of those decorative boxes. And then I have like this IKEA, I don't know what to call it. Like it's taller on one end, and it goes down and then down again, like a staircase almost. And then it has these shelves inside. So I'm going to have that here because I know that will fit. And then on top of that, I'm going to have all my beads. And those are wall mounted, so I can just mount them on the wall. And I can have 4 of those, because that's what I have at the moment, like 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. So that means if I do all of my planner stuff and my jewelry making on this side of the table, and then on this side I can sit whenever I do crafting, like junk journaling. I can have all my papers, I can have all my boards and stash over here, along with the wallpaper, and also my sewing machine. I'm going to bring that out, and I can have that in the shelf right here next to the table. So I have, yeah, so it's just ergonomically more pleasing. That's the idea. And the room is, like I said, is 2 meters by 2 meters. Now, if you don't know how far that is, if you go by inches, I have today like this massage table that is the same length as me, probably. You know how big a massage table is, and that goes basically wall to wall, and that is the same both ways. So it's not big, it's quite a small room. So I'm gonna have to fit a lot in there, but it's gonna be a lot better than just like today. I have a corner piece like this, and I don't have anything here, so it's gonna bring me a lot more space. So yeah, this book is just mainly for ideas. Anything keeping me up at night, having these million ideas, is going in here, for now at least. So that's basically all I had to show you today. So not a very long video, but I'm going to keep you posted. And for the next setup, I'm going to do that along with you. I just wanted to get started setting up the planner, and I did February. Since we already started, I just set it up for this week. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll hope to see you again real soon. Bye!